Hey, are you looking to upgrade your key life areas and evolve to a higher level of existence? To practically harness personal growth and spirituality in a crazy, busy, imperfect world? Then you've come to the right place. My name is Prash, and this is Urban Spirituality, the show which uniquely fuses ancient wisdom with contemporary self-growth and spiritual disciplines to deliver value-added tools, traits, and insights to help you unleash your fullest potential. We always keep it real, featuring authentic, unfiltered dialogue with guests from diverse backgrounds to inspire, entertain, and enlighten all who listen. So get ready for your dose of urban spirituality. Be present and let's dive in.
Of variety versus certainty. Now, I was inspired to talk about this because ever since the lockdown sort of ended, everybody's been craving variety. They want to go out and do things. We all want to eat at different places, go to different concerts, dance at different places, meet different people, go and shop and hang out in different places, right? We all have a need for variety. And we all feel that need. Where does it come from? Variety, for me, I feel comes from the need for the soul. The soul craves that variety. The soul wants to experience different things because that brings a certain type of spice, right? They say variety is the spice of life. We know that. And it matters, right? We need some kind of variety to keep us occupied. Why do we need variety? Because otherwise things become the same. Things become very, very monotonous. Life becomes a chore. People become a chore, right? Seeing the same people again and again, it can become boring. Sometimes even relationships that we have with people that we're close to, they can become sour if we don't disengage for a while and meet with other people, right? There is something so fundamental about the need for variety, that we need it in different ways. In food, in the movies that we watch, right? In the music that we listen to, so on and so forth, because it helps us to feel that freshness. It helps us to then miss the thing that we had to come back to it, right? But at the same time, there's a need for certainty. Imagine, for example, those of you who are reliant on those of us who need a day job, those of you who may be employed. You need a certain amount of stability to pay the bills, right? A certain amount of income is needed, and that means going to the same job. It might be being employed by one employer for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, for some people 15 years. The need for certainty, to know that there's a paycheck coming in every month to feed your family, yourself, to do the things that you need to do. The need for certainty in terms of a place to live. Here in the West, we're fortunate. We have places that we can call home. In many parts of the world, they don't have that. The need for certainty means that we are able to rely on one place to live, a shelter, a roof that we can come home to, a place that we can call home, even if it's not permanent. So why do we need certainty? We need a certain amount of predictability. That's my take. We need a certain amount of predictability so we can plan. And then also we need a certain amount of predictability so we can have peace. If we have too much uncertainty, if we have too much variety, if we don't have enough certainty, we start to become unpeaceful. Just as much as we can become restless when we don't have enough variety, we could become restless when we don't have enough certainty. When we have certainty in our income, for example, in the places that we live, in the relationships that we have, to be able to know that you can count on your partner, your friend, your father, your mother, your husband, your children, the fact that you know you can count on some people, to be count-onable, for you to have a certain amount of count-onability that other people can count on, that speaks to the need for certainty in our life. So I think certainty is a very important part of our lives too. But this is the wisdom I want to share, and dealing with a lot of my coaching clients, one of the things that's apparent is the misuse of variety in the wrong things and the misuse of certainty in the wrong things. We sometimes end up using one in the wrong place, or not the best place. For example, people who feel that their diet is running a riot, right? The diet's running a riot around their health, their body, their nutrition, their fitness, their suffering. It's because their diet's too varied. They've gone for too much variety, or they've gone for too much certainty. They're so used to having unhealthy food that that's the only thing that they know. They're not used to be able to bring a certain differentiation factor in. So imagine in our health, for example, where we've become so used to variety, eating out, enjoying different foods, that we've actually thrown calories, the in and out calorie equation, health and fitness to the curb. Imagine where we have become bored with certain types of exercise routines, where perhaps we've become too used to a certain type of routine, whether it's in the gym or walking or whatever it is. Now we're lacking variety, and the lack of variety impedes our physical fitness. It creates a plateau that we need to get over. Take other examples. In our relationships, sometimes we're so used to interacting with the same person in a certain way that it becomes boring. And we need to sometimes change it up. And yet there are others who are so bored with the same person that they feel they need to keep changing. And of course that has its own complications and challenges, right? We all know this. Sometimes we get in trouble because we're seeking variety in the wrong place, and we may end up hurting the person that we're with because we're seeking it elsewhere, when actually if we were to have a conversation with our lover, our partner, our spouse, and really speak from our heart as to what we want, really let them speak from their heart as to what they want and what's lacking, then you can find that variety and bring it into that relationship without seeking it elsewhere. So in this way, by becoming more aware of the options that we have for variety and where we actually should apply that variety versus the places where we need certainty to bring about the other important side effects of certainty: peace, fulfillment, joy, contentment, predictability, happiness, quietness of mind. Finding out where we need to bring more certainty into our life and how to bring that about through dialogue, through meaningful introspection, through revisiting what we have on our plate, through saying no sometimes to certain things, just so we can learn to bring certainty, right? So those are my thoughts. I wanted to share some insights. I hope that these are of value to you in some way, and just see where you can rebalance the equation or the scales of certainty versus variety, and do a switch where you feel that one is less or one is too much, and then see how this impacts your life, and also as a consequence, because we're all part of a team or a society or a family or a unit, see how it actually impacts the people around you, and how your relationships can improve, how your work and performance can improve, how your personal health and personal levels of happiness can improve. That's it from me. For more of this, as always, you know where to go. Check out the YouTube, the podcast, Urban Spirituality. Just Google hashtag Urban Spirituality, hashtag Stress to Success, both the brands, and go and check out the podcast, the YouTube, and the Facebook, and all the other bits. And I hope you can find more wisdom like this to help you in your life. Don't forget to leave some comments about how you're doing this. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out. Namaste.
Hey folks, thanks so much for listening. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and as with all our episodes, found something to inform, inspire, and empower you in your personal and spiritual journeys in life. As always, feel free to leave a little love through your ratings and comments, subscribe, and share it with those you care about. And take your personal and spiritual evolution to the next level by joining us on one of our unique events, workshops, or retreats, or taking advantage of our personal and professional coaching packages. Find out more about us at mantratherapy.co.uk. I'm your host, Prash K. This is Urban Spirituality, and we will catch you on the next episode.